Hey, y'all, if you want a personalized shout out, roast, pep talk, or just an inside joke from Sis and Tell, we are now on Cameo.
Birthdays, breakups, bar mitzvahs, we do it all. So go find us on cameo.com by searching Sis and Tell.
Okay, now on to the show.
Sis and Tell, a whole lot of talk about a whole lot of nothing. Sis and Tell, a whole lot of talk about a whole lot of nothing.
Hey, Allie.
Hey, man, what's going on?
I got contacted by someone.
I know. I know you did because this same person contacted me. Or maybe you're talking about somebody totally different because you look like you have a shocked face. Wait. Tell me in one word who this person is, and I will say also in one word who this person is.
This could be a compound word or it could be two words.
Okay, wait, then I'm going to say a compound word too because mine's really two words, and we're going to say it at the same time. You ready? I'm going to count down from 3. 3, 2, 1. Casting agent. Yeah. Casting agent for a game show.
Yeah. Which one was it the same one?
The perfect line?
Yes. That's so crazy.
Wait, I thought you gave her my information.
I sure did not. I did not give her.
Okay, because the only reason I read it, I thought it was spam, and the first line is, "Hey, Allison, my name's Jody. I'm a casting associate producer on CBS game show The Perfect Line.
Jody.
I've been chatting with Amanda about auditioning for the show and wanted to see if you might too. Also, how'd she find me and you? I guess
so. She chatted
podcast?
with my friend Tiffany, and I think she's went through her friends list on Instagram.
Who's Tiffany?
My friend from comedy.
Oh, right.
And so she messaged me and I said, she said, would you be interested in this?
By the way, I thought it was going to take us like 12 minutes to get into this part because I've been dying. I literally just got the email, I think yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm
That's
like,
funny.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to bring this up and tell Amanda that I've been researching it. But oh my gosh, let's get right into it. Okay. So Tiffany gave her all her contacts. She contacted you.
I don't think Tiffany did give her my information.
Oh.
Because she sent me a very similar, I think she talked to Tiffany, then started going through her friends.
Oh,
list.
She was being proactive. That's smart.
Yes. So it's a little white lie. And what she said isn't totally false, but there's implication to it that's not true. Tiffany did not give her my name.
Oh, she said Tiffany gave me your name?
She said something to the effect of what she said to you. Like, I've been reaching out to Tiffany's friends. But she said it in a way that sounded like
Tiffany had recommended you.
Yes.
This was the implication in the email I got. Same. I've been talking to Amanda and thought you might be interested too. So I thought, oh, for sure. How else would she get my email?
But all these, she emailed you.
Yeah. How'd she get to you?
Through Instagram.
Oh, she got to me on my Gmail, which fair enough is also on my on my website.
Okay. So that's probably.
But still, good for her. She does some good research.
All of these LA-based game shows have moved to Atlanta.
Right.
And
are they all at Tyler Perry?
No. The one I did, Person, Place, or Thing, was at one of the PB. They maybe that's Boston's PBS, WGBH, whatever the one.
GPB.
Yeah, GPB. I think they shot it at GPB. And that's
I was just there. GPB is an awesome
It's
office.
a big one, right? The big, So it's kind of close to like Cheshire Bridge in that area.
It's
Anyways,
right.
No one cares.
It's so close to Chattanooga, right? It's off of 14th, I think.
All right. Yes, it's kind of something like that. It's one of those. But
16th.
Anyway,
nobody cares where it is.
No one cares where it is. But so she reached out to me and was like, "Are you interested in learning more about this?" And I said, "Sure." But also, if you ever need a stand-up comedian to warm up a studio audience, I'd love to be considered. And then I said, I'm also very good at pointing to things. If you're casting a Vanna White.
Like Vanna White?
Yeah, if you're casting a Vanna White, but someone with massive amounts of curly hair, I'm your girl, right? And then I said to Erin, I've got something that I've got to figure out with all these game shows, because she's not the first producer or casting associate that's reached out to me. I've had probably like 5 of them who have.
Okay.
And
This is my first, so I feel
so-
bad about myself. But
so
thanks.
they love reaching out to the comedians, but then we're not allowed to say we do stand up. So we'll say what's something else. And
Right. I'm a
so-
community activist.
right,
I'm,
yeah, I'm a
a
stay-at-home
performer,
mom.
right? A
Yeah,
performer in the Atlanta area.
you come up with things. So
It's like
I said,
you and the strippers are in the same category, basically, on all the games.
don't talk about stripping. We both get access to really good chicken fingers, though.
We make
But-
people happy.
There's a pole involved. Ours just has a microphone attached to it. But yeah, so I said to Erin, I have a decision to make with all these game shows. And it's, do I create a character or am I myself? I was like, because we have the opportunity to like make up a persona
Right.
and be that person. I know people who've done that. I've seen people on like the court, like the fake court shows. Like there's a couple of the Atlanta comedians who go on there and pretend like they're disputing roommates. And they're
That is so fun. Do they know they're faking it?
they have to sign an affidavit, I think, saying who they are or something. I don't
Okay.
even know if that's the correct legal document, but
Right.
sounds like it.
So
Erin-
an NDA or
Yeah.
a DNR, something of that.
Whatever,
some
DNR.
initials.
Yeah. So Erin's like, well, can you make up a name? I'm like, no, because there's all this paperwork you have to fill out and with like to get paid or to get your prize money or whatever.
Right.
And so you can't. I still have to be Amanda Marks, but I can be an alternative Amanda Marks.
They don't know my real personality, right?
They don't, except my real personality is all over Instagram and a podcast and TikTok and Facebook and stage.
By the way, your real personality is pretty theatrical, so I'm not sure what kind of personality you're going to make up.
Oh, I would come up with a character. Like Pee Wee Herman had a character,
Oh,
like Paul
Fair
Rubin.
enough. Right. But
So
his
it was-
character was Pee Wee Herman.
Right, yeah. So I'd come up with, like Andy Kaufman did characters. People didn't
Right.
know who the real Andy Kaufman was.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, since you've been contacted, it's like a type of thing that I might
Now I've
respond.
got that song. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Did
Please
you
stand
see
up.
the video?
Please stand up.
Did she send you the video of the show? Because I
Yes.
watched it.
Okay.
It dumb. It
It's
dumb.
so-
it's so
I'm like,
dumb.
are you trying to figure out if W comes after M? Like, is this the whole show? Because if I have to just put things in alphabetical order, I feel like I've got this.
But the woman who failed to put the game show titles in alphabetical order, when
I
she
mean-
first of all, she thought that
I didn't watch the whole thing because
Okay.
after about 2.5 minutes, my video stopped and I couldn't get it working again. So then I started going down
Yeah.
rabbit holes of just finding clips, which were all about a minute or two. So there are more complicated things, but I
Right.
couldn't figure it out.
So the one to everyone's like, what the heck are you talking about? So this game within this game show, Perfect Line, the premise is that you have to put things in a line it up either chronologically or alphabetically or however, whatever they come up with, and they give you like a clue and you come up with what that is. So this was like game shows and they had their taglines and then you had to guess what the game show was. So if it was, come on down, then
right.
you'd be like,
That's
oh,
the part
Price
I
is
saw.
Right.
Yeah, Price
Yeah.
is Right. Or May I Buy a Vowel? That
May
was
I
one of
buy
the
a
things.
vowel? And that was Wheel of Fortune. But they
Yes.
had one that was to, is that your final answer? And she thought it was Let's Make a Deal. And she, even though it's, you know what it is?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Correct. So she said it's Let's Make a Deal. And she put it before Family Feud.
Oh, gee whiz.
And
Like
that's when
wrong
I
on both counts.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's when I stopped watching because I was like, this show is for dumbasses. I'm like, I don't want to participate in this. Also, I have to say that when you're up there, you get nervous. Like it's like people are not used to being in a studio with cameras at them, answering questions under duress. But I feel like alphabetical order is a pretty low.
It's a pretty low bar.
It's
Yeah.
a pretty low bar.
It's well, so I started going down I
Yeah.
was just Googling really quickly. I didn't have much time, but Perfect Line. well, two things. Number one, I love that you're like, I'll be on the show, but really I'd rather be an audience motivator or a
Yeah.
pointer. The first thing I saw in her email, because it shows an image of the show host. Did you know who that was?
Oh, she was is she from some news entertainment show, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So her
Was it?
name is Deborah Norville.
Yeah.
And what was she on? She was on, I want to say like PM Magazine or whatever, Inside Edition.
And yes,
Yes,
thank
yes.
you.
She
I
was
knew
on
it was
Inside
from some
Edition.
entertainment news show.
Yes. But also, she's from Dalton, Georgia, which, if you know where I live in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Dalton
Oh.
is literally a hop and a skip, and it's
Yeah.
so close. So for years, Mommy has been saying, Deborah Norville lives right there. You should interview her for your PBS show. I'm like, absolutely, it's a great idea, but how will I ever know if Deborah Norville is in town visiting her family? But it's a
But
great
now
get
you know.
because
She's
she's
here.
got a local tie. She's
Mhm.
here, right? So now the first thing I thought is, oh, that's fun, a game show, but I'd really like to get on just so I can connect with Deborah Norville and say, will you come on my PBS show? So I'm
There's
sure
a
if
we
Jody's
all
listening
have
to this, sorry, Jody, all of our
Sorry,
second line ambitions with this. But so I went down a rabbit hole
please
to
don't
try
listen to this
find.
podcast where we
Please don't.
call this a show for
Please
dumbasses.
don't listen to this podcast. Yeah. So the perfect line, what I found were two things. One was a clip of them putting an order, but it wasn't just alphabetical. It was like most popular alcoholic beverages. And the
Okay.
guy
Oh,
had
that's
to
like
guess.
a Family Feud type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I don't know. I'm like, oh my God, where it goes. It's like the perfect where it goes on the line. It wasn't just alphabetical. It was like, I think what was already on there were martinis, old fashions, mimosas, things like that. And then this guy, whatever he guessed, he guessed margarita. And he said, I bet that's the number one most popular drink. I'm putting this first on the line, and he won. But I'm like, oh God, that is more like Family Feud. Like you have
Yeah.
to know
I
popularity.
like that. Yeah.
Yes. Then I found a Reddit posting from someone who said, I've been on a bunch of game shows. So she sounds like you. She goes, I've been on a bunch of game shows, and the producers of this current show encouraged us to post about our experience, especially if it was positive, which mine was. So then I went on to read it. She said, it was such a fun thing. The producers were amazing. The whole team there makes you feel really special. Not a bunch of people didn't show up for my day, so everybody got to go on and compete. We started at 6:30. We were done by noon. I thought we would be there the whole day, but we weren't. Deborah Norville was the sweetest thing ever. She was so nice, and she's like, and also the game is like, challenging enough where you're not bored, but not so hard that it makes you feel bad about yourself.
Right. Yeah.
So I feel like some of
I know that's
the-
what people
yeah.
worry about.
Yeah.
That's why when I did person, place, or thing, I was worried I was gonna look stupid, and I
Yes.
did look stupid because I could not press the button.
Right. Right.
I will never do the thumb button ever again. Game. I will do it if we can do it together, and I might respond to her and say, if you ever have pairs on, then I'll do it with my sister.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to do it. I don't.
Well, and also, like, are we going to compete against each other? That would
No,
be
this
really
is where we
awkward.
would. Oh, well, I can say so. The reason why I thought the message about Tiffany was legitimate because she has auditioned for other game shows because she's told me about it where you need a partner, and she asked me if I would be her partner.
Yeah.
Right. And my friend Laurie, who's an actress, also reached out to me. But by the way, so not everyone, even if we all live in Atlanta, they're not going to say Tiffany from Atlanta, Amanda from Atlanta,
Right,
Laurie from
right.
Atlanta. They find out where we were born, and that's what they say. So
And
they
guess
would
where I was born?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Atlanta.
Oh, that's true. But you're fine because I forgot.
But
you're
I'm
born in
Chattanooga.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
But you're Chattanooga, so you'd be okay. But they wouldn't say that you were a talk show host. They would
Right.
do your director of a nonprofit.
I am a performer who makes people happy.
right. There is.
I also use a kind of pole, but it
Right.
is a boom.
It's a boom mic. No, but they are. It's a well-oiled machine. They treat everyone real nice. They give you food.
Yeah.
Right. They're great.
Oh, I have
They're-
no doubt it would be a great
it's a fun experience.
Yeah,
I just don't. The game show was not very exciting to me, and
Yeah.
I don't.
And also at CBS, which I'm like, okay, it's legit. It's not just like this YouTube game show. I don't
Right.
think, or maybe it's on YouTube. What I really should do is to that point be really honest, saying I'm not interested in being on the game show. What I would be interested in doing is coming to Atlanta and filming a one-on-one interview with Deborah Norville, which could help promote your game show, and also, and it's
Oh
a
yeah,
biography show.
I would say that.
I mean, because the
Yeah.
worst she can say is no thanks, but why would
She
they
would probably
say no?
pass you on to their PR person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that, and then just say, and my sister can warm up the audience.
And my sister's very good at pointing, and she could.
I could be like, Deborah, your turn
Did
to
you-
answer the question.
Did you really say I'm very good at pointing?
Yeah, I sure did.
I'm dying.
I did.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So
Uh,
funny.
Yeah, I don't want to do a game show. I just don't. But I would love to warm up an audience. That would
Yeah.
be my ideal job.
That's a great job.
Yeah. That would be so fun. But they usually don't have an audience, except for the people who are on the crew.
Right, right. It's funny. I interviewed a woman who is the longest running TV anchor in Tennessee. Her name's Cindy Sexton. She's been in Chattanooga for more than 40 years. So and I love going to a news station. I just love, and I love the newsroom. I love, the studio. I love all of it. So we go into the studio, and I've been in there a bunch of times over the past 30 years or so, but I haven't been there recently because they have no crew anymore. I don't know if you know this,
Oh,
but
it's like
all robotic.
so and then the people that are in what is the area called where they're like
control
camera
room.
one? The
Yeah.
control room. So the control room, and then they have like robot cameras.
Yeah. Yeah. So they
Yeah.
have robot cameras. And Cindy was saying, this is fairly new, probably in the last year. And, it's hard because you're staring at nothing. You're literally staring at a camera, and they've been working with the same camera crew for years.
Oh,
So that's
all those
part of their
guys got laid
family.
off.
No, well, that's a good
Are-
question. I think some of
Yeah.
them are in the field, but some of them are just, I guess, back in the control room. Yeah, or some of them lost
Yeah.
their jobs too. So
Yeah.
when people talk about how, oh, it's immigrants who are taking over jobs. No, people, it's technology. Technology is
robots.
replacing people.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that by now, then you haven't downloaded ChatGPT on your phone.
And
and you're not
ChatGPT hasn't
replacing-
told you.
Right. Yeah. ChatGPT hasn't let you know that, that assistant you had, or that accountant you had, or any, that communication director you had is getting replaced by technology. I'm not saying technology is always better, but this is who's replacing it. So to your point, there's nobody in the studio. I mean, there's not an audience. There's not even people behind the camera, which is not quite an audience, but at least you're talking to people.
Right.
And
Or
it's
you
gotta
see
be a
them
change.
reacting. That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I interned, my first internship was at NBC 13 in Birmingham before freshman year of college. And I was in I think for the programming department, but I would get to watch the live newscast. And one time something happened with the teleprompter and it stopped working.
Oh gosh.
And then afterwards, this new newscaster bitched out the teleprompter person, like in front of everyone, and was like, "You embarrassed me. Never do that
Wow.
again. Never put me in that situation again. That's never allowed to happen." And I was like, "Geez, that was." I mean, it was. I felt like I was in trouble, and I know it's a lot of pressure to do live news, but that's when
Yeah.
that's like you that should be a part of your training. Is
Yeah,
that
of
sometimes
course.
something happens with a teleprompter,
Yeah.
and
Well, and by the way, they have teleprompters now, but they have iPads, right? Everything's on. It's on the camera, but also they have iPads as backup. They have
Yeah.
the earpiece. There's
Or-
so many ways to
Yeah.
avoid calamity.
yes,
So
or there's a piece of paper, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't just the teleprompter guy's fault. It was probably technology, but
No.
also everyone should have been responsible for helping him along.
Well, and I did an internship at CNN one summer, and we had to get, I mean, not just B-roll, but the B-roll had to be in order of the show. I worked on this show no longer around called Sonia Live, and so
yeah.
all of the B-roll had to be for her hour show. This is going at 1 minute 30 seconds. This is going at 5 minutes, right? And then you had to stack it. Remember broadcast news?
Mhm.
And there's like that scene where I think it's Joan Cusack is like running through the newsroom, and she's sliding under cameras and trying to get thing and putting the tape in like the last minute so it rolls. I mean, it's like that, and she walks away like, I got it. I got it. Right. So this was me because the woman who was my direct boss was an associate producer on the show, but all she wanted to do was be on camera. Like her life goal was to
Yeah.
be on camera. And so she was constantly trying to get like side gigs at CNN doing live remotes or doing live coverage. And so she's doing that and she taught me how to do the B-roll. So I did all of it, which was so much fun. I mean, it's really fun when it's hands-on because
Yeah.
back then everything was hand done. I had to cue it. I had to, find it in the archives or all of this. And to the point where at the end of the summer, she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're leaving next week. What am I going to do without you?" And I looked at her and I said, "Probably your job." That's just a guess, but you've had the summer off, which is great because I got a ton of experience, but bye.
Oh, dang.
So,
Do you keep in touch with anyone from your old internships?
no, and that's sad. Like, and as you said that, I can picture we had this great group, this gaggle of interns who all started with us. I don't know if I told you the story, but and maybe it's still the same way. I don't think so, but we had these pods that were behind the broadcasters. And so, this is 1992.
Oh, so you would show up behind the
Yes.
I remember this. Yeah.
So I'd be on
Yeah.
like the big computer with the big green screen. This is like intranet, so we could email. I mean, I don't even
Just
think we called
within
it
the
email.
office.
Within the
Yeah.
office, we could send messages to each other, and that's where we did our work when we were not in like our other offices. And so I'm watching there, and of course, there's TVs all over the newsroom, and I'm watching the whatever's broadcasting. It was Wolf Blitzer at the time because he's been there probably 100 years. And I'm on my computer and then I just lean back in my chair. And then I look up and I notice that the little image behind Wolf Blitzer, it moved. And I'm like, huh. So then I move forward. Right. Then I move forward and the little image moved forward. So I'm going back and forth in my chair, like, there I am. There I am. And of course, there's no cell phone. I'm not calling mom and dad on my landline. Right. So I'm like, oh my gosh, there I am. Okay. The other thing that happened to me is, do you remember?
It's like when you're on the big screen at a sporting event.
Exactly. It was like the Jumbotron time
Yeah.
for me, the kiss cam, but I'm just like the chair cam. The other thing that I remember, so we had like a bunch of interns all start together and we had a great group and we had so much fun together. And I sort of remember some of their names. Greg was one of my really good friends and I don't remember the others. But anyway, so we'd go out for drinks and we had a good time and we're all working on different shows. Well, at one point all the interns had a group chat in this thing and said, by the way, today is Bobby Batista's birthday. Now I don't know if you remember Bobby Batista. She was on CNN for a long time and sort of like a rock star, sort of like I would say equivalent to the Wolf Blitzers of her day. And they said it's her birthday today. All of the interns are going to send her a message and say happy birthday. I said, okay. I mean, that sounds like a realistic thing to do.
No.
So I write her. I'm like, hi, Bobby. It's Alison Goldstein. I'm interning for Sonia Live and just wanted to say happy birthday, everybody. She's like, oh my gosh, darling. Thank you so much. Maybe she didn't say darling. I'm, exaggerating for effect. But what happens at the end of the day? I am the only intern who wrote to Bobby Batista. It, thank goodness, actually was her birthday.
Yes.
But no one else was writing to her, which I'm also like.
They messed with her?
They messed
with me.
You.
With you, yes.
Yeah. And the funny thing is
her former Alison.
Former Alison. The old Alison. And I was probably embarrassed at the time, but also, why would I be? Like, I wrote to Bobby Batista and wished her a happy birthday, and none of you did.
Yeah.
Suckers.
Yeah, suckers. I actually think it's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So
All right, last story. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I'll get a turn.
You'll get a turn. So, you know who else was there when I was there is Michael Berry. And he was also interning. Stuart's
so
best
Michael
friend.
Berry is our brother's, one of his best friends from childhood. Yeah.
So he was there and he was like, oh yeah, one of my favorite things to do is to give tours of the station for visitors. I go, oh, that's awesome. I go, I'm going to come on one of your tours. So I go on one of his tours.
Can you say that again? I don't know if that's how you say it.
Tours?
Tours.
Tour. You tore the paper. You toured around the campus.
Tour. You're saying it very Southern. Usually I'm the one.
I think that's how I say tour. Tour. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't say tour. I can't
think it's
say
one
tour.
syllable.
You're toured. Fine. I went on a tour. That sounds terrible. I
A
went on a
tour.
tour. No, it doesn't even sound like a word. I t I 3-ered, I 4-ered, I toured.
I
Right.
toured.
So we toured, and we're walking around, and he is giving the best tour of CNN. He's like, "Okay, if you see this, whatever," and then we get to the newsroom, and he's like, "Now, if you'll look below and you see," he goes, "I'm sure everyone knows about our founder, our owner, Ted Turner. What you may not know is that his wife sometimes appears in the newsroom." Now, this is when he was still married to
Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda, yeah. So he's like, and if if you look closely, sometimes you'll see her walking around and taking in the news. And the other day I saw Jane Fonda, here, and she was so kind, whatever. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I have never seen Jane Fonda. So then we get to another part. He's telling stories about celebrities and this, that. So we end the tour, and I said, that is incredible. And next time Jane Fonda is here, will you please tell me? He goes, oh, I've never seen her. I go, what? He
No
goes,
lie.
I've never seen Jane Fonda. I've never seen Ted Turner here. He goes, I realized very early on, nobody really wants a tour of CNN. They just want to hear great stories. And I'm like, okay, there
There
it
you
is.
go.
The
Yeah.
original, the OG of never let the truth get in the way of a good story. I was like, oh, I could give a tour like this. I'm ready for it.
You'd be making up stories left and
Making up
right.
left and right. Yes.
So the biggest benefit to being an intern when I was an intern for that NBC was it was also during the Olympics. And for some reason, soccer played in Birmingham, not in Atlanta. So I got tickets, and they gave me tickets to the soccer game. And Alexi Lawless was on the soccer team at the time for the United States, and he was the one who had all that red hair.
Yeah.
And I just thought he was the cutest. So I made a sign that said, Alexi is sexy. And I brought it with me to the soccer stadium. And it was like stadium with a running track around the field and then the field, right? So I was down at the track next to the fence holding up this huge sign that said, Alexi is sexy. There's no one else down there. Everyone's in the stadiums. I'm not surrounded by people. I am by myself. And then I turn around and I see one of my friends from high school happen to be in the stadiums, and she's walking down, I think, to say hello to me. And she does walk down to say something to me, and it's not hello. It's, Amanda, you're holding that sign upside down. And
The whole stadium has got their heads
the
turned.
whole stadium saw me holding up this sign upside down that said Alexi is sexy. And anyway,
And
that was
Amanda
my-
is clueless.
right. Yeah. It's
Oh my
okay.
gosh, that's so funny. All right, the last thing I really want to ask you about, speaking of going down rabbit holes, when I was doing research for the game show that we've decided collectively we're not going to participate in, sorry, Jody, is my new favorite YouTube or social media videos, which I love. I get distracted, and you have told me that some of these are AI or all of
Mhm.
them. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't care. But there's one that I am positive it is not AI, and it is called Plumes. Have you heard of this?
No, what is it?
Plumes.
Like
It's this guy.
feathers?
No, it's a guy who sits with his guitar and a speaker, and he
Oh,
plays for animals.
yes.
It
I've
is
seen
the
this.
most amazing
It looks like he
video.
goes to zoos to do
He
it.
he goes to zoos, he goes to farms, he goes some places there is no fence between him and the animals. This is why I think this could have been AI. I don't think it was. He was at an alligator farm. And the alligators, I'm not kidding you, came out of the water and were literally sitting next to him. And all of these people on social media were like, yeah, they're thinking, oh, great, dinner and a show. Like,
Right.
and they're like, why were you so close? He goes, I just want them to feel connected to me. And I don't want, if possible, they have to have a fence with him and the lions and things like that. But these are the most incredible videos I have ever seen. The connection he makes with every kind of animal, including some that he'll go to these places and they're like, well, this animal is very skittish. They don't respond to anything. We've never even seen it, except when it comes to get food in the morning. And that's if nobody's around. Don't expect anything to happen. even those species come to him. They are so drawn, and I can't figure out if it's
What's he
just the
playing? Is
music or
it
his voice.
guitar?
He plays guitar.
Yeah.
He's got just a single speaker, and like some of them, like the monkeys will like jump on him. They're so curious as to what he is, because he doesn't move. He doesn't pet them. I mean, the cows were very much in his face, and he sort of pet them because you can hear them on the microphone as they're trying to lick him and figure out what he is. But if you need like a good break in your workday, or if you need something to calm you down at night, look up this guy, Plumes. The videos, I could watch 1,000 of them. Maybe I already have or not, but it's really incredible, and a reminder that music is a universal language, and it connects us all. And if I knew how to sing and or play guitar, I would totally go copy him and go do this right now out on my back porch.
I wonder if it works if you just played a song on your phone.
Well, I thought about that, and like maybe if I just had his voice on my phone and played that, if they would know. And I don't know if it would be the same effect, but
I think there's like a different vibration that comes out when it's from a live instrument.
Yeah.
And I'm not a scientist, as you know, but
but your non-degreed opinion is saying not the
Right.
same effect. I agree.
Well, thanks for listening to the latest Sis and Tell podcast. Don't forget to share us with your friends, share us with your family, share us with your foes.
As always, this has been Amanda and Allison with a whole lot of talk about a whole lot of nothing. We'll catch you next time.